What if Naruto had the Reaper's Dojutsu? It's safe to assume that you've enjoyed this series thus far, and so if you guys are going to be wanting the final part to this series, then I'm going to be needing you guys to do me a favor and like this video up. Make sure that it gets a ton of likes. Like, literally try to make this one more liked than part 1 so we can get this series up in the algorithm and we can start getting these views to roll in a little bit, you know what I'm saying? But anyways though, no, in all seriousness guys, if you guys go on to enjoy the video, share it with a friend, do all that good stuff. But without any further ado, ladies and gentlemen, just enjoy the video and have a good time. That said, let's get started.
Hey Ross, sauce it up.
Chapter 11, The Chunin Exams, Stage 1. Now, just to preface this chapter is going to be very similar to the one in the anime, but with a twist to it. So now, let's begin this story. After being revived by their son, Naruto, Minato, and Kushina decided to return to active shinobi duty. And so, as to keep a close eye on their son, they decided that Kakashi would be placed back into the Anbu, which Hiruzen thought was a little bit of an overkill, but then Naruto made a suggestion and said, I have a better idea for what you can do to Kakashi Hokage Gigi. Why not make him a protector for the Chunin exam coming up? Think about it. If Kakashi Baki screws this up, you could always put him under the Clan Restoration Act, since he is the last one of the Hotakes, right? By the way guys, my bad, I'm scratching my eyes. Anyways though, suddenly we would end up having Kakashi be completely shocked as hearing this. Kakashi knew that if he screwed this up, he's gonna be the one getting screwed by the council. And Hiruzen then said, very well Naruto, I shall take your proposal into consideration. Kakashi, you will be the proctor for the finals of the Chunin exams. Non-negotiable, I'm afraid. You do this or go under the Clan Restoration Act with any 5 kunoichi of the council's choice. If you have not chosen within 2 weeks time, Minato, Kushina, you're going to be Team 7, Kakashi Hatake's replacements, Sensei, and co-captain, dismissed. And Minato and Kushina said, thank you Lord Third, we shall not fail you, and rest assured, Sasuke Uchiha will knock that superiority complex out of you. One way or another, you will learn how to work as a team properly. And before you say anything, remember who you're talking to. I was the person who trained your brother Itachi Uchiha. I was his Anbu captain, Minato here was the former 4th Hokage, known on the battlefield as the Yellow Flash. Things are going to change, and it starts with the basics. Report to the Namikaze Clown Compound training grounds for team training. Effective immediately, Naruto said. Follow me guys, we're going to my house, and if you haven't figured it out already, Sasuke, they're my parents. So do be a good Uchiha and speak when spoke to. If not for me and my future sight abilities, your entire clan would be dead, instead of just your clan council. Keep that in mind. You owe me the lives of your clansmen and women. Remember that. Naruto then led the way to his family's house, and when they got there, they were surprised at how large the house really was. It had to be 2 stories tall at least. They then went around to the back of the house and found the training grounds, and to Sasuke and Sakura's surprise, they were massive, at least 3 full acres of land. Sakura was seriously beginning to reconsider her past actions towards Naruto. Kushina would then say, alright runts, welcome to your training from hell. Sakura Haruno, you're training with me. I'm gonna beat that fangirl mentality out of you, and you will not disobey anything I say. Got that? Minato then said, Naruto and Sasuke, your training's gonna be with me. Be prepared because I'm not gonna be taking it easy on you. Kakashi may have treated you with kid gloves, but here's where the gloves come off. Like Naruto's mother said, welcome to your training from hell. He would say it in a little bit of a nicer and calmer way, and Naruto then said, I've already trained with the Shinigami and Kyuubi and Kenjutsu, but my ninjutsu and chakra skills still need some work. Grandma Tsunade and Grandpa Jirai have helped me out a lot, but I could still use more ninjutsu training. I know only the Shadow Clone Jutsu and the Academy style Taijutsu, and some medical ninjutsu, but no elemental ninjutsu yet. You could blame Kakashi for that as well. Now, Minato was furious. Why wouldn't Kakashi help Naruto with him learning his chakra nature, or at the very minimum, find someone else who can? He would have little to talk with his last remaining student about that, but only two things came to mind, and that was the council and favoritism. A full week passed while training, and Team 7 couldn't have been more prepared. Sakura had realized that being a fangirl will get you killed, so she gave up on this. Her mother, Mebuki Haruno, wasn't too pleased when she found out from the Hokage that her daughter was reassigned to Kushina and Minato as their sensei, and was giving up on Sasuke Uchiha. Needless to say, Hiruzen put his foot down and said that it is what it is, and she needed to be a proper shinobi, and the academy curricula was being reformed, and that the council didn't inform her of this because it's a shinobi matter, not a civilian one. Hiruzen Sarutobi had been pushed around by his advisors far too long, and with Danzo's manipulative ways out of the picture, he had finally had full control over the council again. Meanwhile, with Team 7 at the academy entrance, Sasuke, Sakura, and Naruto had just entered the testing room where the first exam was to take place. And at the moment Team 7 stepped in, the room went dead silent. As though the Shinigami himself had made an appearance. And they weren't wrong about that either, since Naruto was, as it stood, the Grim Reaper incarnate. Nobody approached them, not even Ino, who wanted to jump Sasuke but decided not to. Oh, they all knew and heard the rumors that Naruto was related to the 4th Hokage and his wife Kushina Uzumaki, but when they heard that they came back from the dead, they all knew only one person was capable of doing that, and that was Naruto himself. Ibiki Morino then showed up to start the exams, but before he said anything, he took notice of Naruto with his Reaper eyes activated, and he even flinched a little at the cold glare that was boring its way into his very soul. He would think to himself, damn it, out of all of the Genin to participate this year, why did he have to be one of them? Anyone who crosses his paths with you knows you play fair or you lose your soul. So much for mind games here. Looks like I have to be fair to all of them. This goes against everything I believe in as a sadist. Naruto then deactivated his Reaper eyes and said, Ibiki Morimo, head of Konoha's torture and interrogation department, also known as a sadistic mind specialist. Your mind games won't be able to work on me nor my team. Others, maybe, but that's because they're too weak-minded. You know who I am. You're aware of my reputation and moniker as the Grim Reaper of Konoha, and I expect this to be a fair test. Your soul isn't the most pure of heart in this room right now, and that title goes to Hinata Hyuga. Everyone else in the room looks at Hinata in shock and awe to think that of everyone here, she's the most kind and pure of heart. Naruto then said, my abilities don't work on her for this very reason. Neji Hyuga, a fair warning? Harm Hinata-chan in any way, break her confidence in any shape or form, and I will kill you. Your entire branch house family and Lord Hiyashi Hyuga. Do you see where I'm going with this? I've already judged the soul of every person in this room, including you, Subakukara, Tamari, Kankuro. Your tailed beast chakra is what gave you away. Your seal containing the Shukaku is unstable, most likely the end result of an inexperienced seals expert, and I look forward to meeting you in a battle. And so, with all the intimidating threats over, the test would begin, as Naruto started leaking his dark blue chakra, making everyone else except his teammates nervous. Right, yeah. More than 10 teams gave up before the final question or were caught cheating. However, Neji Hyuga was beginning to think Naruto was bluffing. There's no way he could kill an entire clan like Itachi Uchiha would have, but then again, was he really that serious about Hinata being pure of heart? He had a talk with his uncle Hiyashi Hyuga about all this, and Ibiki then gulped and said, alright, time's up. The next and final question is one of choice. Remember, we have death itself looking over our shoulder. The question is, if you take this question, you pass, but don't think it's that easy. Don't take it and you fail. Everyone in the room was now wondering why Ibiki was so nervous, and then they had remembered what Naruto said about being the Grim Reaper incarnate. Anyone in that room that values their life would be afraid of him, except for Hinata. for some strange reason who would be extremely calm about the whole situation. Perhaps she was the most pure soul in the entire village. Ibiki then said, "For those of you who have stayed, you all pass." Ibiki then breathed a sigh of relief as he felt Naruto cancel his killing intent throughout the room. Anko came crashing through the window, but just before the glass hit the floor, Naruto snapped his fingers and time immediately stopped. He then looked at Anko and said, "Please be more civilized and use the door. Let's try this again, should we?" Anko nodded her head as Naruto snapped his fingers and the glass windows repair itself as time was turned back, and instead of the window, Ibiki was surprised to see that Anko actually used the door for once. What happened? Ibiki then asked and said, "Hey kid, did you somehow stop time and convince Anko to use the door?" And Naruto said, "That's exactly what I did, Ibiki. I can do more than just stop time. I can also reverse it and fast forward it, but only by at least 10 minutes. How do you think I finished so quickly?" A bright light appears before Naruto, and who should it be but the spirits of his Zanpakuto, Izanagi and Izanami. Izanagi then said, "You must be very careful with your time-altering abilities, Naruto-sama. Overuse could result in universal consequences. However, that is not the reason we're here. We've come to grant you the opportunity to work with us." And Izanami said, "We want you to know that Kami and Shinigami have seen your abilities and wish to make you a god, the god of fate and destiny. You will literally be able to predict the person's fate or destiny depending on their actions in life. Do you accept?" Naruto gave it some thought as he thought about it, and he realized that he's sure he has the powers and abilities of a god, but to actually become one? He needed time to think about it. Naruto then asked, "Would I be able to stay here, or do I have to stay among the heavens with Kami and Shinigami-sama?" Izanagi and Izanami just looked at each other and nodding their heads said, "We shall let you decide where you would like to set up your domain, Earth's or Heaven's." Naruto said, "I choose Earth, so what now?" Izanagi then said, "Now, you must choose where to set up a shrine for you to be worshipped at, and then the inhabitants of that religion shall pay their respects to you, so where will we be placing your shrine?" And Naruto only said 2 words, "Wave Country." And with that, a shrine of Naruto appeared in the center of the town in Wave Country. As Izanami and Izanagi said, "It is done. You now protect all of Wave Country with your shrine, and expect to be hearing prayers to you for guidance as a whisper in your head." They then banished back into the Spirit Dweller's sword, and Naruto said, "That was unexpected. Where's the next challenge?" And Anko said, "The Forest of Death. Follow me, please." And Naruto said, "Sounds like fun. Lead the way, Snake Mistress." Anko cringed at being called by her nickname. It's the one thing that she's had a very hard time dealing with ever since she's been betrayed by Orochimaru. She then unknowingly reached for her shoulder and rubbed where the curse mark was, and Naruto said, "Is something wrong, Anko Mitarashi? A painful curse seal perhaps? I'll remove that for you. But in return, you must become Kakashi Hatake's bride. Deal?" Anko knew she was making a deal with the devil, but what other option does she have? The kid's just been made a god. She didn't want to get her hopes up too high, but who else could get rid of the curse mark and kill Orochimaru? As much as she hated making deals with the devil, she hated Orochimaru even more. So taking a leap of faith, she asked, "After I married him, do I get to have sex with him and bear his children?" And Naruto said, "The deal I have with the Hokage is that if he is to screw up as a proctor for the final exams, he is to put under the Clan Restoration Act. Since he's the last of the Hatake clan after all, then yes, you could, and you will share him with 4 other women that you trust." And Anko said, "You have a deal, kid. Now everyone else gets to Training Grounds 44. You have 10 minutes or you're disqualified." Everyone else left and ran as fast as possible to get to the grounds where Ibiki Morino left, as well as Naruto and Naruto performed the summoning jutsu and said, "Summoning jutsu, Shinigami." The Shinigami then appeared and said, "Greetings, young champion. What is it you desire?" Naruto then saying, "Anko, please remove your short and bra and taking off your jacket so Shinigami can see the curse mark you have." And Shinigami said, "Ah, yeah. I am familiar with curse marks, and Orochimaru is no exception. I shall remove the curse mark." as he would do so, and Anko then did as Naruto asked, Shinigami placing his hand on the back of her shoulder as he then channeled his God chakra into the seal, overloading it as he would destroy any trace of the nature chakra that powered it. Shinigami then removed his hand from Anko and said, "It is done. The curse mark has been removed. You're free from Orochimaru. Anko Mitarashi. Until next time we meet, young champion of life and death, congratulations on your promotion to godhood." Shinigami then banished and decided to report this to Kami, immediately knowing how displeased she would be at Orochimaru claiming to be immortal. Anko then put her clothes back on and said, "Thanks for that. I'm forever in your debt. Anything you need, just ask me and I can get it done." And Naruto said, "Just remember our deal. The Hokage is watching all of this with his crystal ball. Pick 4 other women you trust. Our business here is done. Good day." Now, some may say that what Anko did was reckless and foolish even, but to her, Naruto was a miracle sent straight to her, and now she just needed to find 4 other women to join her with bearing Kakashi's children. Who will these 4 other lucky ladies be, and what will happen when Kakashi finds out? Find out in the next episode of Dragon Ball Z. Just kidding, next chapter. Anyways, chapter 12, Team 7 versus Orochimaru, the god of fate's true form. When Shinigami reports about Orochimaru claiming to be immortal throughout the years, reached the desk full of Kami, the also humble goddess of life and creation was now a very vengeful woman. If there's one thing Kami couldn't stand, it's people claiming to be immortal and acting like gods. Well, let's just say that it takes an immortal to kill an immortal. So knowing that Naruto would accept the position she and Shinigami decided to make Naruto a full god, Team 7 was currently facing Orochimaru as Sasuke Uchiha was crippled by fear, and Sakura was helpless to do anything. Suddenly, a bright white aura of power appeared around Naruto, and what happened next, not even Orochimaru could prevent, as a white aura would latch onto Naruto like an armor, as he would then grow a pair of horns, and his Zanpakuto became a giant saber, with Naruto approaching Orochimaru, and with this, his Reaper eyes activated. "Orochimaru of the Sannin, your soul has been judged. The verdict is guilty. Your punishment for being a false god is death. Shinigami art, soul-binding chains of fate." Orochimaru was then held down by his white spectral chains, and to even Sasuke and Sakura's surprise, the way Naruto looked could only be described as godlike. Orochimaru then said, No, this cannot be how it ends. I'm immortal. I'm the snake Sannin Orochimaru. I can't be killed." Orochimaru was struggling to break free from the chains that bound him to Naruto's sword, as Naruto then said, "The more you struggle, Orochimaru, the tighter those chains are going to become. Izanami, Reaper Scythe." Naruto then said as he lifted his scythe over his shoulder and would say, "Any last words? Before she who invites takes your eternal soul to the underworld?" Orochimaru said nothing. Instead, he just spat in the god of fate's face, and Naruto said, "I'm seriously going to enjoy taking your head and repossessing your Kusanagi sword. Oh, that's right. I forgot to mention that Kami-sama wanted your sword as proof of your death. Goodbye, Orochimaru. I hope you enjoy eternal damnation. Swing." Suddenly, Naruto would have cut off his head, and his head would thump on the ground, as his scythe would absorb his soul, and Naruto would turn back into his human form, saying, "Well, now that we have both scrolls needed to enter the tower, I suggest we get moving. And remove the curse mark on Sasuke's neck. Let's go." Meanwhile, watching from the heavens, Kami and Shinigami were watching how Naruto would handle his new position of God of Fate, and to their expectations, he would have taken out a thorn in Shinigami's side for a long time now. Orochimaru was dead, and Kami couldn't resist easily, knowing that the Kusanagi sword would be handled by Naruto until he was alone to summon her, and Shinigami to hand deliver it to them personally. Shinigami then said, "I must admit, Mistress Kami, I didn't expect him to be able to handle his new power as a god so easily. We can certainly expect great things from him in the future, that is certain." And Kami said, "You're right, Shinigami. When I made Naruto the offer to become a god, I didn't think he'd be able to handle it. but apparently he's exceeded even my own expectations. Those Hyugas are in for a rude awakening when they start praying for fate to spare them and see who shows up. In fact, I've never seen the Ninetales getting along with any of his last two hosts until Naruto came along. It's only a matter of time until the Battle of the Beasts takes place. What do you say? We watch the finals of the exam, and I mean in person, in disguise as a married a couple. And Shinigami said, that sounds like a magnificent idea, milady. We must also invite the others, Susanoo and Amaterasu as well. Surely, they would like to meet their newest addition to the Pantheon. Kami nodded her head in agreement with Shinigami, and they would continue to watch as the events leading up to the Battle of the Beasts would take place in the finals. Orochimaru may have orchestrated the invasion plans, but Kabuto Yakushi would be the one to carry out the order. Next time, Chunin Exam Final Round Preliminary, Battle of the Beasts. Next chapter, Chapter 13. Third round, the God of Fate's intervention. Alright, let's get this one out of the way. The time had finally arrived. All the teams were gathered in the tower, and it was for the final match, with Hinata against Neji, and Naruto, who would be watching with his Reaper's eyes, activating, seeing every future outcome of the battle. And he was getting angrier and angrier with everything he'd predict was soon or will be happening as his white aura was flaring out of control. Mika Shinamati and Sosan or Shinigami Susanoo Kami and Amaterasu saw this and knew what would happen next. As Naruto had predicted the end result, his white aura still flaring said to the Hokage, "Stop this match right now or so help me I will. And before you decide to disqualify me from the exams, you should know that there is an attack being prepared by Sand and Sound Shinobi. I have killed Orochimaru, but a subordinate Kabuto Yakushi still has his order to begin the invasion. Stop this match before Neji kills Hinata, and I am forced to kill him. As the God of Fate, I outrank everyone here. Now stop this match right now! Before the Angel of Destiny is killed, or I kill you." Hiruzen then said, "I'm sorry, Naruto, but once the matchups are chosen, they cannot be altered for the sake of one person, who is an Angel or a God. The match with Neji Hyuga versus Hinata Hyuga shall." Hiruzen said nothing as Naruto was about to transform into the God of Fate mode, and Kami of Shinigami then appeared in front of Hiruzen and practically demanding him said, "You would do well to do as Fate-sama demands of you. Hiruzen Sarutobi, you were about to die by Orochimaru's hands had he not been killed and his soul forever vanished to the underworld. But I sense a growing disease within your body. Cancer, I'm afraid. Based on the stage it's at and your old age, you may have another 2, if not 3 months left to live." Hiruzen knew that this was Kami and Shinigami he was talking to, the god of death and the goddess of life and creation, and he was about to cancel the match when suddenly Naruto in his god form appeared and said, "I won't let you put Hinata's life in danger, Proctor. Is there any way to substitute one challenger for another?" And Kakashi said, "Yes, there is, Naruto. According to the rules of the Chunin exam, by the second Hokage, if one of the challengers has reached the point where they cannot continue the match, or is either ended or a substitution may be made. Do you wish to take Hinata's place in this match?" And Naruto said, "Yes, I shall. I warn you about trying to kill Hinata, Sha Neji. I've seen every outcome of the match and I know what your game plan is. Rest assured, you will die by my hand, the hand of fate. I am your clan's god, and you have just invoked my wrath upon your entire branch's house family. Once I've killed you, of course." Hinata then stumbled over to Naruto and said, "Please, Naruto-kun, spare Neji if you want to. Spare Neji. If you want to kill someone, kill the elders. Save him from his hatred." And Naruto said, "As you wish, my angel. Time to begin." Naruto then said as he stabbed the sword into the stone floor, "Fate art, chains, light and darkness, judgment circle jutsu." Kami and Shinigami then said, "Well, that's a new one. I wonder what it does." A pair of black and white chains formed the yin and yang symbol beneath Neji, after which another set of the same chains wrapped around Neji's arms and legs and necks. As Naruto said, "This is a special jutsu of my own design. Would you like to know what it does?" Well, to put it simply, Those chains wrapped around you are judging every fiber of what makes you human. Those chains are searching for your soul, for any shape or form of guilty or murderous intent. It doesn't matter how small it may be. The yin and yang symbol beneath you then lights up, yin if you're innocent and yang if you're guilty. If you're found innocent, yin will purify your soul, but if you're guilty, your soul is extracted from your body by the very same darkness that you hold within your heart. And Neji said, "There's no way you're a god, especially the god of fate. And even if you were, I'd never worship you." And Naruto said, "That was a very poor choice of words, Neji. It's time for me to cast your judgment upon your soul. Circle of fate and destiny. What have you decided? Guilty or innocent?" The circle then lit up with the yin symbol, and Naruto said, "Count your blessing this day, Neji Hyuga. The universe has found your soul innocent and misguided. Art of fate, soul purification jutsu." Neji then glowed with a bright white light, and when it faded, the chains vanished, and Neji fell to his knees and said, I understand my truth now. My father gave his life for the good of the clan. I've been lied to by my own family all these years, by my own uncle and the clan elders. He truly is the god of fate. I could have just been killed right now." Kakashi then said, "Winner of the final round of the preliminaries by substitution, Naruto Uzumaki, Namikaze," which by default, Hinata Hyuga also moves on to the final round matches in 1 month. This concludes the preliminary round of the third stage of the Chunin exams. Naruto then walked over to Hinata and Kurenai and said, "Move aside, Kurenai Yuhi. This is a matter of the gods and angels, not mortals." Kurenai then backed away and said, "As you wish, Fate-sama. Please save her." And Naruto said, "I would never let my own girlfriend die. So long as I live and breathe as a god, and she my angel, I'll protect her from anyone and anything, even her own family if necessary." Kami art, healing flames of the sun goddess. Hinata's body was then engulfed in white flames, and all of her internal and external injuries were completely healed. Naruto then picked up Hinata bridal style and carried her to the infirmary so that she could sleep and get some rest. Naruto would have his revenge, one way or another. He would rid the world of its corrupted ways and achieve everlasting peace, by force if necessary. Chapter 14, The Invasion, a battle of the beasts, the legendary 3. It was the third match of the Chunin exams finals, and all went smoothly until Kabuto decided to make his move, and disguised as the Kazekage, got close to the third Hokage to assassinate him and almost succeeded had Minato and Kushina not been there to save Hiruzen in time. Kabuto would most likely have finished what Orochimaru started, but Minato had thought fast and used his Hiraishin jutsu to get inside the four corners barrier, while Kushina disabled it from the outside by defeating the sound form. Sadly, by the time they made it outside the village, the Shukaku had already freed itself from Gaara, and when Hiruzen and all the shinobi saw Naruto facing off against the One-Tails, well, let's just say that Minato was having a flashback to 12 years ago, when he and Kushina had sealed Kurama inside of Naruto. But what they saw and heard Naruto do next surprised even them, with Shukaku/Gaara and Naruto. Naruto was currently staring down the fact of Shukaku, and he then looked at Gaara and said, "You're not the one I want to be fighting, Gaara. Release Shukaku so I can see who's more powerful." And Gaara said, "You're the one who's asking for this Naruto Uzumaki play possum jutsu." Shukaku then screamed out and said, "Oh yeah, I'm back, time to have some fun. Wind style, air bullet." Naruto then bit his thumb and drawing blood said, "Multi-summoning jutsu, Nine Tails." Everyone watching couldn't believe it. Naruto not only summoned Chief Chode Gamabunta, but Katsuyu and Manda, plus the Nine Tails as well. Everyone watching Naruto standing on the Chief Toad's head had brought back memories of the Kyuubi attack, and Hiruzen then said, "He is truly just like you, Minato, Kushina. However, When did he sign the snake contract and the fox contract? This won't sit well with the council. And Minato said, you let us worry about the council and Naruto being promoted, Sarutobi. If he can beat a tailed beast on his own, then he's more than deserved it. We better get away from here. Kurama grinned like mad and said, hello little brother Shukaku, still depriving your host of his sleep as usual? I see. How many times was it I've beaten you now? 9.999 to 0, if I recall? And Shukaku said, only because you always cheated, Kurama. But I guess I could say the same thing about you. Still getting stuck with an Uzumaki clan member as your host? I'm beginning to think that they're the only ones who are able to contain you. Now, if there's one thing Kurama always hated, it's being called a cheater. He's the fox, and foxes are crafty creatures by nature. Plus, the fact that Shukaku was always so predictable, well, you can only imagine how that would make Shukaku feel after 9,999 losses to Kurama. One for every century they fought. Naruto then said, enough talking, Shukaku. Time to fight. Manda, hold him down. Chief Toad, cut off his arms and tail cuts. And Katsuya, spread out and restore anyone who is injured during this battle. Kurama, why don't we make this an even 1,000 wins? How about a game of tailed beast tag? And Kurama said, do I get to cut loose and go wild? I'm just itching to destroy something right now, and I'm considering having roasted raccoon tail for lunch. And Naruto said, keep your cool, Kurama. We saw what they did to Rock Lee. Let's not forget his sand wall defense and sand shuriken jutsu as well. Watch your back and don't get cocky, understand? And Kurama said, yeah, I know. Kami, you're so uptight sometimes. Perhaps you should consider getting. And Naruto said, Kurama, unless you want to see Shinigami again, I suggest you need not finish that sentence. Otherwise, I'll chain you down, remember that. And Kurama would just flinch at the thought of what happened 12 years ago. And now, just last year, was chained down by Naruto like a dog. Naruto then said, let's do this, guys. Manda rushed in and held down Shukaku by restraining and constricting him, and Gamabunta then rushed in with Naruto in his head, as Naruto went through a series of hand seals after lodging his Zanpakuto into Shukaku, and said, Jinchuriki sealing art, chakra suppression chains jutsu. A set of chains similar to Kushina's erupted from Naruto's sword and binded its chakra to Naruto. Naruto then snapped his fingers and Shukaku was completely immobilized. Kurama then fired a tailed beast bomb and Minato said, everyone get clear! We have to leave the area now! They didn't need to be told twice. Everyone got a safe distance and Kurama said, as usual, you're so predictable with that sand burial of yours, Shukaku. Why not try something new for once? What the? A sand substitution? And Shukaku said, I'm right behind you, big bro. Sand coffin. I finally got you for once. And Kurama said as a huge toothy grin came upon his face. You think so, Shukaku? Naruto, do it. And Naruto said, right, Jinchuriki, sealing art, chakra transference jutsu. All of a sudden, chakra was drained from him as Kurama then punched his clawed fist through Shukaku, who then turned back into sand afterwards and went back into the seal. As Naruto then said, thanks guys for the help. Kurama, go take a long nap and restore your energy. Naruto then jumped off of Gamabunta and the four mighty summons then disappeared as Naruto said, that was boring. I expected more of a fight from a tailed beast like Shukaku, but I guess in the end, the more powerful tailed beast won. Good old Kurama knows sure how to put a better fight. And now, to fix that seal on Gaara. A Jinchuriki art, memory link jutsu. Inside of Gaara's mind, I can't believe it. I can't believe it. I lost for the 1,000th time. Against Kurama and his host. Naruto then appeared in Gaara's mind and said, oh, quit your complaining, Shukaku. Get over it. You lost because you were arrogant and overconfident in your abilities. Fight smarter, not harder, Shukaku. Now go back to sleep while I extract the angry priest from you. Shinigami art, soul extraction jutsu. Shukaku then screamed out in pain as the soul of the priest was taken and sent to Shinigami Shukaku and would then fall asleep as Naruto excited in Gaara's mind and said, it's done, Shinigami-sama. The priest is all yours. Naruto then walked over to the Hokage and his parents and all the shinobi said, so, Am I getting that promotion at tuning, or what I have just done in saving your asses and our village warrant cause for double promotion at jonin? Rest assured, I will accept the position of sensei unless it's Konohamaru corpse. That closet pervert Ebisu isn't teaching them anything useful at all. And Hiruzen said, with all due respect, Naruto, based on the battle we've all just witnessed, you are more than likely going to be requested by the Anbu Black Ops after today, and every clan is going to be begging me to make you their children's sensei. Are you certain you want my grandson and his friends as your genin team? It is a very big responsibility, you know. And Naruto said, those are my terms and conditions, old man. Otherwise, I'll just take the promotion to tuning. Hiruzen then looked at Naruto's parents and said, Minato, Kushina, do you think Naruto is ready and responsible enough to train his own team? I'm not sure he's had enough battlefield experience yet, do you? His reputation for being very lucky without even trying exceeds him, but that's not the only skill needed, as you are all aware. And Minato said, Sarutobi, I can say without a doubt that Naruto certainly is ready for a genin team, but he still has a lot more to learn when it comes to strategy and battle. As you said, he got lucky, and luck only gets you so far in life. And Hiruzen said, very well then, I shall put it up to a vote for the next council meeting. However, I'm half tempted to make him the 5th Hokage right here and now, if that is still your dream, Naruto. And Naruto said, I'll accept the Hokage's hat when I've rightfully earned it, through hard work and dedication. I'm not going to accept handouts like the Uchiha do. The 4th Hokage's son or not, I'm going to become Hokage my own way and follow my own path to become stronger. For now, I'll accept the position of Chunin. And Hiruzen said, very well, Naruto. Meet me in my office and I will hand you your vest and sign the paperwork. I truly hate that crap. Minato, I've got to know, how did you get your paperwork done so quickly? I'll do anything, just please tell me your secret. And Naruto and his parents just said, we use shadow clones, you idiot, and you called yourself the professor and god of shinobi? Hiruzen then said, of course. Why didn't I think of that? Dumb old age. Minato, please take the hat after Naruto's promotion, please. I'm begging you. And Minato said, well, okay, if you insist, but only if Kushina gets to stay as Naruto's sensei. And Hiruzen said, yeah, fine. Now please take back this accursed hat. Minato then took the hat and put on his Hokage's jacket and said, people and shinobi of Konoha, I, Minato Namikaze, reinstated 4th Hokage, grant you, Naruto Uzumaki, and Namikaze, the rank of Tokubujutsu, Jonin, as a double promotion, and your teammates the rank of Chunin. Congratulations. Naruto just bowed in respect to his father and said thank you. But it's just a rank, and Grim Reaper of Konoha is just a title that makes others fear, like you once did. Yellow Flash of Konoha names and ranks and titles only get you so much respect before it drives a person mad with power and abuse, making others feel bad to make themselves feel good. I'll be at home if you need me. Naruto then vanished in a veil of white light and went back to his house to meditate. After such a long day and a hard-fought battle, Kami knows he's needed a break for a while now, and so, with the Chunin exams coming to a close, Naruto looks forward to seeing his new genin team, the Konohamaru Corps, when they graduate the academy next semester. The fun they're going to be having together, or so Konohamaru thinks.